Alone lies the expanse of the sea, along with the womb of all the sky. There is not yet anything gathered together. All is at rest, nothing stirs. All is languid, at rest in the sky.
Many scholars believe Izapa Stela 67 recounts the creation story, where the maize god emerges from the life-giving embryonic fluid and up through the portal linking the underworld to this world. And thus, the maize god is born, symbolically becoming the bread of life. As with all master storytellers, ancient Mayans layered their stories with hidden treasures. Stela 67, on the surface, tells a story of creation, but hidden beneath layers of meaning, it celebrates the migration of the first Quiche Maya family from a land across the sea. This Izapa temple monument is located in Northern Group F and oriented towards the Takana volcano. It is placed in the center of the Plaza F ball court. This center position of the migration monument is between two key celestial alignments: the winter solstice sunrise and the summer solstice sunset. This position gives it a high place of honor, which places great importance on this first Mayan family of migration. Mesoamerican tradition claim arrival from seafarer visitors from both the east and the west coasts. The upside-down water glyph suggests the family traveled from a place on the other side of the world. The Popol Vuh says the Maya traveled from a land across the sea.
First people, they came from there, across sea, at its coming out sun. Anciently, they arrived here.
In addition to the Popol Vuh, another ancient American record, the Book of Mormon, also tells the story of migration.
And it came to pass, after we had gone down into the ship and taken with us our provisions and things which had been commanded us, we did put forth into the sea and were driven forth before the wind towards the promised land.
Fish accompany the voyage as they swim along with the migrants towards the east. The navigator uses a star in his homeland as a point of reference to help cross the sea to the New World. This symbolizes the end or death of that former life. The right scepter is aligned to a figure on top of the god mask that is symbolic of the Venus morning star in the east. The kin sun glyph below it represents horizon and destination. The morning Venus star rising from the horizon guides the travelers to the promised land. This Venus cycle of evening and morning star reflects the Mayan teaching of birth, life, death, and resurrection. This rope signifies being lifted up by the heavens during the voyage. It is held up by a two-headed sky serpent. The knot in the rope suggests a way to pull the sail tight and to guide the boat in the correct direction. As long as they followed the heavens, they stayed on course. The Book of Mormon says they traveled east and at one point were driven back because they stopped following the directions of God.
And on the fourth day which we had been driven back, the tempest began to be exceedingly sore. And it came to pass that we were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea. Wherefore, when they saw that they were about to be swallowed up in the depths of the sea, they repented of the thing which they had done.
The rainbow is a covenant with God that he will not destroy the earth by a flood. Here, it represents a covenant with the family that if they obey and follow his guidance, they will make it to the promised land. The navel umbilical cord under his right arm signifies nourishment from the heavens during the voyage, which must be cut at the end of the journey to begin the new life in the promised land. The upside-down boat signifies the migrants emerging from the boat at the end of the journey. When the Quiche Maya family of migration reached their promised land, they anticipated the first day of the Venus cycle. Venus greeted the family as it rose from the east. September 21st, 592 BC, became the base date of the Izapa temple complex as recorded on the calendar system inscribed on Stela 12.
Greatly they rejoiced when they saw the morning star. He came forth glittering before the face of the sun.
And it came to pass that after we had sailed for the space of many days, we did arrive at the promised land. We went forth upon the land and did pitch our tents and did call it the promised land.
Then they unwrapped their copa incense. They unwrapped it with victory in their hearts. They burned it as means of expressing the gratitude in their hearts.